Yo, what's up, guys? Happy Handsome Tuesday. Happy Handsome Tuesday. Some more drama. People were calling me the drama king. I don't look for the drama. The drama pops up. Wake up. Who screwed up today? That's basically it. We got Olympic wrestling champion Kyle Snyder caught in a sting in Columbus. So we'll give you guys a break from J-Rod. We'll give you a little bit of a break from J-Rod and B Team. Actually, got some B Team people on here still. There's always some drama. So pretty bad look for wrestling. I mean, jiu-jitsu, we can't really throw no stones. Wrestling, you guys can't throw no stones either. So Kyle Snyder, he's an Olympic champion. Was it Rio? I can't remember what year he won. But he was like 19 years old. I think he's still in his 20s. He looks a little bit older, but he's super good. You know, mainstay of American USA wrestling. So yeah, just not the best look. We're gonna maybe read some comments first. Hit some other stories. Go back to this story. Switch to other stories. So that way we can break it up. And hopefully this stream's not too long. So we're going to try to avoid defamation. Well, obviously I think he's been apprehended, so I don't think that's defamation at that point, right? So it says, let the homie have fun. Alrighty. You know, jiu-jitsu people can't.
Good morning, broker. Will say, news has been wild, though I've been out the loop, lol, pretty sure Craig got arrested as well, faced with tears of joy.
We covering that too, bro. Don't worry. People calling me the drama king, but man, look, I wake up. Who messed up today? What did Craig Jones do today? What did B Team do today? What did Gordon Ryan do today? It's easy. This is an easy job. Pretty easy job. I do try to give some insight, and of course, we got one technique video right at the end. We're gonna watch some Rudzinski at Brasileiros. It says still okay in my book. No one cares. Yeah, but think about outside looking in. Does this look good to regular people? You know, remember, wrestling's like mostly kids, high schoolers, middle schoolers, elementary schoolers. I mean, we're gonna see later, but I believe some wrestling clinics had to be canceled. I believe Kyle was supposed to do Final X. I'm not quite sure, but I think that's off the books. Not to mention his own family life. I didn't know he was married, but you know that might be rocky now. His wife might not mention his Christian friends. She should have paid him. Jesus Christ, bro. I take it he did not celebrate Mother's Day with his wife and kid. Oh, he has a kid too? We're not going to attack them or anything. Just gives us context. Oldest sport and oldest profession. That is true. Some could say there is no difference. What's the difference between wrestling and alrighty, I'll move on. Oldest profession going nowhere. If you're famous, everyone gonna know your business. Should have just recorded it and said it was for OnlyFans. Oh, there's some law advice right there. I wouldn't take that advice. Let's see. Nah, not really. Plenty of that about legalize it. The problem is more about hypocrisy than legality. You can just say you don't know what morals are. We don't got morals anymore in this country. Says how many people in the IG comments are married to him or are his children? This is a non-issue for everyone on the planet outside of his family. Well, when you're a public figure, you know, it's not just a private issue anymore. I mean, I can't tell, bro. I don't know what's a joke anymore. I don't know what's a joke. Yeah, we don't know what's a joke, guys. This could be promotion for Craig. I'm not for Kyle. This is not a joke. This is real. This is actually real. But for Craig, I don't know. Craig's got too much stuff going on. I don't know what's. He probably can't even keep up with his life, to be honest. He took a hit for J-Rod. He's a made man. He took a hit. No, I don't think he cares about J-Rod. God forbid a guy has a good time. Don't care when is his next match. It's strange that adult for consenting adults isn't legal in this day and age. Just come to Thailand, brother. I'm going to unfollow this page. The stuff about J-Rod was fueled by your post, and it was found to not be a twisted version of the truth, as probably is this. Well, J-Rod said that stuff wasn't true, but I mean, he's done and said a lot of stuff that I don't know. That's questionable. If the women were of age, then I don't see the big deal. Who cares? It's legal all over the world. Who cares? Bro just wanted that's unacceptable, man. An Olympic gold medalist, they should be giving it to him for free. Okay, so, the comments aren't too serious here. Alrighty. So, yeah, that's kind of the warm-up for the story, guys. We will jump around a little bit. We got to see what Craig Jones is doing. We got to see what other people are doing. Then we'll come back to Kyle Snyder. We got a lot of different news sources for that, okay? But, I'm keeping the promise of the thumbnail. Kyle Snyder, he's going to be the main focus. But we got to do some other stuff too. Oh, we had another thing on him. So this one's from Flow Wrestling. So you got Flow Grappling, and then you got Flow Wrestling. We'll see what they say. Let me refresh it real fast. I don't know if we got the audio though.
I think it's a moral thing. His nickname is Pat in America, so it's an optic thing. Alec. Saludos desde Argentina.
Hey, what's up, brother? So let me see if I can find that audio. Sometimes I gotta do it on my phone real quick. So Flow Grappling, you guys know Flow. They're the same company, guys. They're in the same office space. It's not the same people though. It's just they're in the same space, same building, same corporation. Let's see, we get that good audio for you guys. Let's see. Here we go.
And some of the controversy he's been rumored to be with over the weekend and has hit local news. Definitely not the news we want to report.
Was in total disbelief that it could be true. You think about Kyle, you think about his family and just the most important thing. But, what does this mean for him competitively? What does it mean for the future? All things we are unknown. But overall, it's just a sad. Kyle Snyder is a wrestling hero. Is someone on this show Thursday we said this guy is the model, and you just never know. Kyle's someone I'd really liked on a personal level and would have said to anyone he's the real deal. And this doesn't mean he's not. The court thing is going to play out, and I'm sure we'll hear from Kyle in some capacity. But
it's important to remember that Snyder is a human being at the end, and whatever consequences he's going to suffer, he's going to get everything coming his way, whether it's legally, court of public opinion. He's going to handle those consequences at the end of the day. I hope he still has the support that will help him get through this.
The legal side will probably be the most insignificant aspect of this.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. I don't think this is something he's going to go away for a significant period of time, if at all, for the family aspect. Does this impact his standing with USA Wrestling, with the Nittany Lion Wrestling Club, with Rudis, his sponsor? Could have a huge, huge impact on his life.
Kyle Snyder and some of the controversy he's been.
So we're gonna listen to it one more time, but I'll get into some comments. Yeah, I think USA Wrestling is pretty serious. I'm still trying to register for USA Grappling, but you have to do the safe sport training, background check, and I believe any type of misdemeanors or anything can compromise your eligibility. So I don't know what's going to happen to Kyle Snyder, but we'll see. It's they're talking about the sponsors, Rudis. They're talking about his wrestling at the Nittany Lion RTC. They're talking about him being able to wrestle, overall. We don't know if he'll be able to continue wrestling. So, if you're a young guy out here, man, you need to be on your toes, bro. It's easy to mess up out here, man. And people are not going to forget or forgive, really. So we're going to listen to it one more time after I go through some of the comments. Says, I wish it was AJ Ferrari. He already went through some stuff. He already went through his own stuff. Bro, let Ferrari go. He's all washed up. Bro, said, wish it was Pat Downey. Pat Downey already going through his own stuff. He took third after being away for a few years. AJ Ferrari. And he talked like he was a national champion. Well, he did win national championship. The hate, not good for you, bro. Shaking my head. He was a national champion. He just hasn't been caught yet. Third place is all washed up. You a national champ? Oh, they going on it. He was, I don't think he's bad. I just think his best days are behind him, and he was never as great as he wished he was. Why are we talking about Ferrari, guys? Get out of that Ferrari talk. They going in after Ferrari and Downey. I mean, Downey already got in trouble over here. He got kicked out the IBJJF. He didn't get kicked out, but he got reprimanded. As long as he wasn't pimping, I say let the man do his thing. Yep, AJ Ferrari. He still did well. He got third place. I believe he lost to who did he lose to? Buchanan or somebody? Since the man got needs, if his lady ain't doing it, Jesus, at least he ain't falling in love. It's not really that bad. Yeah, but you're a public figure. You're around kids. You're around a lot of kids. Right? Think about all the wrestling clinics. Who's buying all those shoes, guys? It's parents buying the shoes for their kids. It's always the loud Jesus Bible types. What other Penn State wrestlers are like this? What does this have to do with Penn State? Well, he's at the RTC. He's a Hawkeye, so don't be disrespecting a group of people for a minority of that group. Well, he's at Penn State. I'm sure Kyle will be his own worst critic. We don't need to do that for him. Here's somebody defending Kyle. For those choosing to mock his Christianity, I'd encourage you to examine yourself and your own faults. If God can love, forgive, and bless King David of the Bible, he can do the same for me, Kyle Snyder, or anyone reading this. For those inclined, let's lift Kyle and his family up in prayer during what I'm sure is an incredibly difficult time, and hope that his marriage and personal life will be restored. So, it's a different time period, man. That was cool. That was okay in the 1970s. We would be all kumbaya back in the 1970s. Sweep it under the rug, slap on the wrist, pay a couple of fines, maybe even the 80s and 90s. But it's a different age, man. This is the social media age, the technology age. So, what might have been, a minor offense back in the day is a major offense now. So, to me, it is, bro. Well, I'm a boomer, so what do I know? Everyone stumbles. This is a big one for sure, and I hope he's able to come out of this a better person than he went in. I don't know. We're gonna see. This is not that simple. The oldest profession when he was in a healthy marriage means he fell short a long time ago. Using the oldest profession when he was in a healthy marriage means he fell short a long time ago, and hadn't admitted to help. We all do fall short, but the free gift of God being eternal life is one we receive through repentance. The road of repentance is a lot long now that he didn't ask for help sooner. Also think of the example he's setting. He could have set an example of saying publicly he needed help, but now setting the public example of living a secret life. No one is saying anything but his eternity, about his eternity, but we can question how he's been working out his salvation. Why choose to use such a big platform to not only shame this man, but make a reaction video for clouts? Well, Flow Grappling covers everything. They got to cover the good and the bad. We can't just, all right, well, that bad stuff happened. Let's ignore it. Flow Wrestling is a news company. This is definitely wrestling news. I hate when wrestling news outlets report news of wrestlers. Yeah, that's you guys jumping on me. Reporting news on jiu-jitsu. You guys jumping on me over here, man. I'm over here just I want to cover more matches. You guys, if Craig Jones stopped getting arrested and these other guys stop messing up, I could cover some more matches. We could be studying some matches right now. We wasting time on this stuff. Says it says stay out the man's private life. It's between Kyle and his family. Well, he's a public figure. It's almost like the point of a string operation. Sting or string? Sting. I guess they misspelled it. Almost the point of a sting operation is to catch those who make their own bad decisions. The police didn't lure him. He did it to himself. You guys are ready to forgive when he didn't put out a statement. The trial didn't happen. And the overall story isn't even finished. Actually, crazy how loyal your fans can be if you're a professional athlete. Well, we saw that with J-Rod and Jacob Couch. Guys, your fans and then you defending them to the death. You ain't never met the dude. I know you guys ain't gonna defend me if something happened. You're like, I never trusted Alec. I never trusted that guy. Unsubscribe. When you're a national world champion and anything, anything you have, and anything, you have a greater responsibility. He made a mistake. He should be held accountable and should not be allowed to compete on the world team if he's guilty. Well, we don't know when that trial's going to happen. I don't think he ain't competing on any team. We don't know what team he'll be on. Let's see. Little Craigslist action never hurt. I never put the Craigslist and Craig Jones thing together. That might be a joke there somewhere. I knew he was my favorite wrestler. Well, time to make the jump to MMA. Yeah, you go to MMA, bro. They'll take everything over there. John Jones, whatever. I don't know what John Jones is. I don't know his whole record, guys. John Jones, he got away with everything. So the Captain America, the new Captain America, praying for Snyder and his family. We're all human, and lust is one of the hardest sins to overcome. I hope he comes out of this with a better outlook on his life and wrestling career, and he figures out what's really important to him, which should be God and his family. Oh, he's supposed to compete at Final X? Well, I don't think that's going to happen. I believe he's still locked up. Maybe he can get out on bail, but I don't know if you can, you might be under house arrest or something. I don't think you can compete. Or maybe I'm wrong. They'll put the ankle ankle monitor on him. He'd be out there at Final X wrestling with the ankle monitor on. You guys.
Apologize for putting food on your table. If these wrestlers' grandmothers could just not crash out for a day, you wouldn't have to cover news. With tears of joy.
Yeah, bro, I want to cover jiu-jitsu matches. Yo. Wondering what the comment section would look like if it were Gable or Jordan in the headlines. I mean, you guys would be roasting those guys. Have the pitchforks ready. Had the torches ready. Get them. I mean, Jordan Burroughs, he too busy. He got too many kids to be out in those streets. Jordan Burroughs can't be messing around. He got too many kids. His wife would take him out. She Latina, guys.
Unfortunately, the news is what brings the views in. I still love the technique stuff though, so I'm fine either way, faced with tears.
Thanks, Danny. Yo, I mix it in. I mix it in a little bit of medicine with the poison over here. I still support him regardless. People make mistakes. He just got caught up in his flesh. Something is going on in his personal life. He needs counseling. So a lot of these young guys got some issues, man. They're going through some stuff, Let's see. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but isn't he innocent until proven guilty? I don't know if that's how a sting works, dude. It's like the Catch a Predator. Not to associate him with the Catch a Predator, but the dude walks in on the show. He's got some alcohol. He's got some prophylactics or whatever you call it. Is he guilty? Maybe not yet, but he's on his way to being guilty. It's a sting operation. You're right. Broski must have been door dashing and got caught up in the midst of a sting op. I'll wait for the facts of the case before casting judgment. Just go read. He called and texted an undercover officer. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, no one ever said grapplers were the smartest people. He called and texted an undercover officer, then met the officer and exchanged cash for some. Dang. Yo, They caught him with the honey trap. They got him, bro. They got him. I can't defend him. You guys see why I don't defend none of these people out here? I ain't putting my name on the line for these people. They ain't gonna defend me. They don't give a crap about me. At least I give them the time of day to like read their stories, read what happened, kind of figure out what's going on. His poor wife, yeah. Might be Captain America, but he ain't Steve Rogers. He will be in UFC next year. Nope, hold him accountable. Let's not try to paint this in a way that glorifies him in the end. They got him, bro. They got him. Yeah, we are so no point in judging him. Judging him in the end, only one will judge us. Well, we're living here in America right now, so we got our peers and the U.S. law system to judge us. Not the news you want to report, but here you are. I don't know what he's trying to say. I'm sorry. I thought this was America. Wifey must have not been okay. Well, I don't know. That's not my job to figure out. Dude just wanted to work on his parterre positioning. Yeah, just some parterre. I heard Sudalev Sedulayev was responsible for putting this thing together that busted Snyder. Got him again. God forbid a man has a hobby. Let this man live his life. What about those Bible verses in the IG bio? Literally would have no idea about this if it wasn't for Flow Wrestling. Kyle isn't ruining his reputation. Kyle isn't ruining his reputation. You guys are. I mean, Kyle he got caught with the honeypot. He got caught in the sting. You guys are. Leave the man alone until a verdict comes out. Y'all are doing the most damage to his life, and it's despicable. I mean, other major news organizations are covering this. Flow Wrestling has to cover this. They wouldn't be Flow Wrestling if they didn't cover this. They would be Flow Grappling. They would be Flow Grappling. Shout out to Flow Grappling. I like Flow Grappling. I'm just joshing, guys. Don't jump me. 100% wishing Kyle the best. Life is a hard game. So that's what's going on, guys. We got some other stories, but okay, Craig Jones. Let's get some more drama. Let me play that video one more time, the audio for you guys one more time. Shoot, where's the thing at?
Some of these dudes' disregard for the wife is just vile for real. Hope these puss don't have a woman. Cause Lord help them.
A lot of these guys get married pretty young, so they're gonna make mistakes. Wrong one. Where's the video at? Here we go.
Snyder and some of the controversy he's been rumored to be with over the weekend and has hit local news. Definitely not the news we want to report.
Was in total disbelief that it could be true. You think about Kyle, you think about his family and just the most important thing, but what does this mean for him competitively? What does it mean for the future? All things we are unknown, but overall it's just a sad, Kyle Snyder is a wrestling hero, is someone on this show Thursday, we said this guy is the model, and you just never know. Kyle's someone I'd really liked on a personal level and would have said to anyone, he's the real deal. And this doesn't mean he's not. The court thing is going to play out, and I'm sure we'll hear from Kyle in some capacity. But
It's important to remember that Snyder is a human being at the end, and whatever consequences he's going to suffer, he's going to get everything coming his way, whether it's legally, court of public opinion. He's going to handle those consequences at the end of the day. I hope he still has the support that will help him get through this.
the legal side will probably be the most insignificant aspect of this.
That's what it sounds like. Yeah.
I don't think this is something he's going to go away for a significant period of time, if at all, for the family aspect. Does this impact his standing with USA Wrestling, with the Nittany Lion Wrestling Club, with Rudis, his sponsor? Could have a huge, huge impact on his life.
Yeah, so, I mean, man, it's real out here, guys. This ain't no game, bro. You think you playing around, making some jokes, doing all this other stuff, but it ain't no game, bro. If you're a public figure, if you're a champion, ADCC silver medalist, gold medalist, whatever, Olympic champion, you better keep it straight. He should. Yeah, I don't know what he should have done, but this is a bad look for wrestling. Yeah, Grappler's taking an L right now, bro. We taking an L. So let's move on. I think we had some Craig Jones. What's Craig Jones up to, guys? There's no sound. So yeah, we're looking at this. I don't know if this is publicity stunt or what. It says regarding the Craig Jones situation today, which was yesterday actually. While we respect humor, we cannot tolerate trespassing or disruptions to the workplace. We are reviewing the matter internally and have referred the incident to local authorities. So, I mean, I wouldn't put it past Craig. You guys love Craig. This is your hero. I want you guys defending him, okay? I see a few people defending him, so I'm not defending Craig. I don't hate Craig or anything, but I'm not defending him. I'm not defending any criminal crime or anything criminally charged or anything like that. Not saying he's a criminal, but trespassing, So it says security cameras. Shout out to Partisan Grappling. They helped me out with my Joseph Chin video. Security cameras moving while recording. Yeah, and Craig you trust. You guys love Craig Jones. It says, yeah, this isn't 1980 or a new NYC jail cell. Welcome to the 21st century. Of course they do. No, but a cell phone that is recording the CCT monitors probably does. Tech is much more advanced than you ever thought. Bro is typing from 1970. If you guys believe this is real, I have some magic beans to sell you. So we get into this issue where we can't the line between jokes and real life are blurring. So, Craig is over here doing this, but then he's got the J-Rod situation. So it's like, what's real, what's not real?
Craig is now the Destiny Detroiter. He helped him tackle that Destiny grappling in MMA face with tears of joy.
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be like those, I don't want to say trends, but Dagestan's on top for a while. I remember when Jackson MMA was on top for a while. ATT was on top. All these teams, they go through a phase where they're on top. The people don't really understand how to beat their fighters. Then after a while, people figure it out. And then the next team comes along. And then the next thing comes along. I remember when, what's the guy? Lyoto Machida came around. I believe so too, but then he does this too. So doesn't that kind of tarnish his credibility a little bit? I mean, I don't know if Craig's credible. I don't know what's real. We don't know what's real. So let's see. We'll read some more comments. Don't believe this is real, but also can't believe you asked if security cameras can move while recording. Technology has advanced, my guy. You can even see two cameras in this video, and yes, they can rotate. Yeah, you see the cameras? Yeah, those are some super powered cameras. They can rotate 360 degrees. Yep. Whilst this isn't a motorized camera, it's shaking because it's slightly mounted onto that similar steel frame and grill like the ones directly opposite. Any vibration, such as walking on the upper level, this is mounted to would cause the sort of vibrations. See it all the time, and I'm a security consultant. Okay, it turns out I don't know anything about security cameras. Thank you. No worries. This is by far blowing the most little prank out of proportion and quite frankly lying to the cops. Well, if it's trespassing, Alex, shout out to Alex. I mean, you shouldn't be trespassing anywhere. Even if it's your friend's place. That's the report. Yeah, you got to tell us what happened after that comment. Marketing at its finest. But he can't handle a girl being more popular than him, so he makes stuff up to make himself feel better. Poor guy. This is a terrible take. She is a dedicated young. I don't know what's going on there. She has a master's in communications. Didn't know that. I don't have a master's in communications. Seems like Flo is learning how to market from Craig Jones. Well played to all. Didn't you tell Craig you were going to unalive him? Oh. Yo, Seth Daniel. Oh, we did cover Seth Daniels. He had some issues with Craig Jones. Let's see. The fake handcuff positioning The fake handcuff position really did it for me. Is that fake? Yeah, I don't think it's real, guys. I don't think it's real. That being said, do you guys like this kind of marketing? I'm not the biggest fan of it. To me, it's the opposite of professional. It's kind of very WWE, which can bring in money. You can bring in money. But at a certain point, it's like, is the money worth it? Not having credibility, being a joke. Maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a boomer. Yeah, I'm looking close. I don't know what kind of security guards these were, and it looks like their faces are covered or something. I don't know. I've got some questions about it. Flo posting, this is crazy work. Craig teaching everyone how to market jiu-jitsu. But again, do you guys like this kind of marketing? That's what I got to ask you guys. Maybe I should just assume you guys like that kind of marketing. I'm not going to do this kind of stuff, but it seems to work really well. Yeah, I don't think it's I don't think it's real. I think it's scripted.
It looks like two females escorting him, that's why I think it's suspect lol.
And they wouldn't handcuff you, right?
Not the best marketing considering what just happened with J-Rob. Also, other ways to go about making money I suppose. Either way, if it works. Grinning face with smiling eyes and sweat drop.
I mean, it's working, but at what cost? At what cost is it too much? First they came for the Gooners and I did not speak out. Then they came for the Snow Daddies and I did not speak out. Then they came for me and there was no one left to speak for me. I plead the fifth, about to make bank. Send him 2 to 3 years in Dagestan. Flo is learning how to play Craig showcase games. Yeah, but it's not very. I don't know. I'm not into it. I don't think we need to do this kind of stuff, but it works. You guys love Craig Jones. He's super popular. He's way more popular. It makes way more money than me. So obviously it's working. But is it right though? Not everything in life is about money, guys. I know it might seem that way. But I don't think it's all about money. Yeah, I think it's scripted. We're gonna go into some Reddit and see. But let's move on. Got Lackland. What is Lackland talking about? Hopefully he's got no music on here. Come on, Lackland. What you doing? Lackland, what you doing, bro? My audio's not working, guys. All right, let me pull it up for you guys. As long as it doesn't have music. If it's got music, I'll skip out on it. But they had the Giles trials, I think last weekend. So I'm not sure how I feel about these trials. They're kind of put together kind of last second. And it's not really like a true trial. It's like they have a curated group of people and they kind of let them kind of have at it.
CJI trials are finally here, and I'm excited to announce you can get a discount.
Got music, guys. Got music. I can't play it. We're gonna watch it. We'll watch the video. I think we watched it once, but it's got music in it. Yeah, and then a couple guys got injured at the Giles trials. You got Kenta. What was Kenta out there, guys? Kit Dale did look good. Another issue I had with the Giles trials is that they really emphasize submissions, which, while it's great, we want you guys to get those submissions, but CJI is an entertainment. It's about entertainment. Would you guys rather see a submission specialist? Free Snyder, yeah. Would you guys rather see say J-Rod? Is J-Rod a submission specialist, guys? Not really, but he's an exciting fighter. Would you rather see a boring submission person? I don't know. I'm not sure who would be a boring guy. Some boring dude. He just does he does maybe like a Josh Hinger type. He got one submission. He might catch more people just because he's throwing more submissions. Yeah, wrestlers gooning too, guys. Would you guys rather see like a submission? I think whoever's more exciting should be in the tournament. I don't really care. The submissions are cool. People don't even understand submissions. Who's the grappler? Snyder? Yeah. B team bigger. Nah. I can't say anything about that. I mean, they both cut from the same cloth. Both teams are cut from the same cloth. Let's move on. So we got who's number one? We got Mika versus Donatas Gracie. So this match is finally set to face off. The two are finally set to face off in a highly anticipated match for who's number one middleweight title. The two will headline the main card for who's number 128 on June 13th. That's coming up in Costa Mesa, California, in a match that will decide the new king of the division. I am not really excited about this match. I wanted to see Tynan. Why couldn't they do Tynan? Oh, Tynan's got Worlds. Why isn't Mika doing Worlds? Can he not? He can't pass the test. That's not defamation, guys. I'm asking a question. I like Donatas. You know, I got a chance to. I think I trained with him once, maybe. He's really good, but I want to see Mika fight some other dudes. I want to see him versus Tynan. I want to see him versus Big Breakfast again. I want to see him versus PJ Barch. I want to see him. You know, a lot of different people. I'm just not interested in this fight, but maybe you guys will be. I don't know if I'll cover this stream. I think I'm competing the 14th of June, so we'll see. So be on the lookout for that, guys. I know there's some other good matches coming up. Talking about wrestlers, you know, one of my favorite wrestlers is RBY, so shout out to him. He won the Pan Ams, so that was really great for him. Good, a nice win. You know, he wrestled for the Nittany Lions, Penn State. And now he's representing Mexico. So shout out to him.
Usually WNO matchmaking is shit, but Micah versus Jonatas is great.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Who did Jonatas lose to? Did he lose to Roberto? Yeah. Oh, Roberto can't fight again. His arm's jacked up. I don't know, man. I think there's some better matchups. Yo, RBY fast, bro. I was lucky enough to do one of his wrestling clinics, so he's like my height, but you know, I don't know, 125, 135. So maybe I need to cut weight. Shout out to the young wrestlers, you know, staying out of trouble. You know, just focusing on wrestling. You know, that's crazy, bro. I wish these guys would focus on their sport. Yeah, shout out to RBY, man. Is that his grandpa? I believe that's grandpa. Alrighty, what other stories we got? We got Claw Wrestling. So this is we talked about it yesterday. So it's Champions League Wrestling, Champions League American Wrestling. I think they need to change the name to just Champions League Wrestling, CLW, because I believe Claw isn't Claw from Inspector Gadget, guys. I think I remember that, but I can't recall it for sure.
Isn't Micah gonna try out for the Brazilian wrestling team?
He said he was, but I think he was delusional. I think he's delusional. I don't know if he was going to go for freestyle or Greco. To be honest, Mika probably wouldn't be able to win a Pan Ams. So the tournament that I said that RBY won, I don't think he would be able to win that tournament. He would just get scored on, basically. For reference, Big Breakfast was out wrestling him at the BJJ Stars event.
Maybe the claw ride?
The claw ride. No, I think they need to do Champions League Wrestling. To me, that sounds more professional. Bro, my audio is gone. So, you know, with this wrestling league, they kind of combine folk style with freestyle and Greco. So that's pretty interesting. They got some other rules. I don't know if you get points if you hit the little things right there, the orange cones there. Says you have to be really strategic for every point that you're going after. Decisions. It's quicker matches too. I believe it's like 1 minute rounds. Oh, Jesus Christ. 1 minute? It's all cardio. So we'll keep an eye on this, guys. They're going to have, I believe it's kind of like PGF. They do like a draft and stuff. That's going to be coming up soon. Let's get back to Kyle Snyder. That's what you guys came on here for. That's why you guys clicked the thumbnail. That's why you guys are watching this video, right? So it says Kyle Snyder, a celebrated Olympic gold medalist and former wrestling standout at Ohio State University, was arrested Friday night in a sting operation conducted by Columbus police. According to authorities, the 29-year-old was one of 16 individuals apprehended during an undercover operation on the north side of Columbus. Officers posed as escorts online, can I say that? And Snyder reportedly responded to one of the fake ads around 8:15 p.m. He should have been at home recovering. He should have been at home sleeping. By calling and texting an undercover officer. Police say Snyder agreed to meet at a nearby hotel where he offered cash in exchange for some services. He was arrested at the scene for engaging in the oldest profession and later released. Oh, so he's released. All right, so that's not bad. He's released. Snyder is scheduled to reappear in court on May 19th. That's coming up. That's next week. Efforts to contact him for a comment were unsuccessful. So I hope he's got a PR company helping him. You know, don't pull a J-Rod and try to do it yourself. Don't do the Chat GPT. Get an actual company that knows what to do. Snyder is one of the most decorated American wrestlers of the past decade. He earned Olympic gold in freestyle wrestling at the 2016 Rio Games, a silver medal in Tokyo 2021, and placed fourth in the 2024 Paris Games. During his collegiate career, he captured 3 consecutive NCAA heavyweight titles for Ohio State between 2016 and 2018 and helped lead the Buckeyes to a national championship in 2015. In 2024, he was inducted into the Ohio State Athletics Hall of Fame. Oh, I hope they don't take him out of there. In 2024 interview, Snyder expressed his intention to continue competing internationally and was training out of Penn State University. So, okay, so he was released. Man, he should have been at home recovering, bro. What was he thinking, bro? Again, this is not defamation if it's reported by all these news organizations, and you get caught in that sting. That's it, bro. Oh man, they got him, bro. They got him. They got your homeboy. You guys be careful out there. I don't want to have to report on you guys getting caught. And I got to be careful myself so I don't get I'm learning from you guys. I'm learning from these guys. Jesus Christ. So, we talked about this affecting sponsorships. I haven't heard anything about his sponsorships or anything. But it says wrestling clinic at Palmyra school canceled after gold medalist arrested in a sting. So I guess he's supposed to go to a middle school for a wrestling clinic. Dang. You guys taking your kids to Kyle Snyder wrestling clinic now? Or is your wife going to let you take the kids to the Kyle Snyder wrestling clinic? I mean, it was canceled. But I'm saying future ones. A wrestling clinic was scheduled to take place at Palmyra Middle School on Friday and Saturday has been canceled following the recent arrest of Olympic gold medalist Kyle Snyder in a ring. Palmyra Area School District Superintendent Bernie Kilper told Penn Live in an email today morning that the event is no longer taking place. This event was an event being hosted by Palmyra Area School District and operated by Six Stones Fight Club. I am told that they have canceled the event. Can we not see the rest of the story? Jesus. No, there's more, but we can't see that one. It's hard to follow the news. We've got more news. So he had to cancel the wrestling clinic. Let's see this one. This is the Columbus Dispatch. It says Olympic gold medalist and former Ohio State University wrestler was arrested as part of a ring in Columbus. 29, Kyle Snyder, 29, was one of 16 men charged during a Friday, May 9th undercover operation in Columbus's north side. So we kind of read that. Basically the same story. They got him with an ad. Yo, what was he thinking, bro? Where was that ad posted? It says the operation involved Columbus police posting ads for escort services on the internet. So some online, ad he got caught with. Snyder called and texted police in response to one of the ads at 8:15 p.m., agreeing to meet at a nearby hotel. Yeah. So they're saying the same thing. He'll appear in court May 19th, and you can't reach him for comment. I don't know what else to say. What else can I say, guys? We got don't worry. We're gonna jump on Reddit in a little bit. We're just kind of seeing what the news organizations are saying. I believe. Let's see if we can find Pin Live as well. Kyle Snyder Pin Live. Pin. We'll see what they gotta say. Actually, it's the same thing. Oh, we can't look at that. Sorry. Did Penn State put out anything? So let's look at this one first. It says CBS News. Basically the same story. Officers conducted an undercover operation aimed at reducing the oldest profession in the city's north side on May 9th. During the operation, police divisions, police and community together packed unit published online ads to solicit others to engage in activities for hire. On Friday evening, officers received text messages and phone calls from a man responding to one of the ads. A meeting was arranged at a nearby hotel. Dang, they got him, bro. Oh no, Snyder, no. He was one of 16 men charged during the sting, police said, and he was summoned to appear in court May 19th. And we were talking about Snyder last week. Snyder signed with the Real American Freestyle Wrestling League, which is led by pro wrestling icon Hulk Hogan. The new league will hold its first event August 30th in Cleveland, according to the Associated Press. So we have been talking about the RAF, or Real American Freestyle League, a couple of days ago, and we just talked about Claw Champions League wrestling. So I don't know what, this is affecting his money, bro. This is affecting your money, guys. You mess up, that affects your money. No seminars, no clinics, sponsors gone. You can't wrestle, you can't grapple. Man, this is real stuff out here, guys. Some real stuff out here, man. I'm gonna see if there's any actual news reports we can see. So this is Tri-County Independent. Penn State Wrestling Nittany Lion Wrestling Club member Kyle Snyder arrested, reports say. So it's basically all saying the same stuff. They got him, bro. They got him. They knew exactly what he was asking for, too. Dang. He is scheduled to appear in court May 19th, less than a month before he's scheduled to represent the Nittany Lion Wrestling Club at Final X in Newark, New Jersey, a best-of-3 competition to determine the USA World Team. Snyder qualified for that by winning the U.S. Open Championship 2 weeks ago at 97 kilograms. So, yeah, we just covered him winning the U.S. Open. Dang. He should have just gone to the Pan Ams, bro. He would have been out of trouble. He would have been okay to keep wrestling. He would have done Final X and, not blemish his career like this. Snyder has been training full-time in recent years with the Penn State wrestling team and coach Cale Sanderson as part of the Nittany Lion Wrestling Club. The program is led by Jake Varner. Did anybody come out and say anything? Keep it quiet, guys. We gotta keep it quiet. I'm gonna look on YouTube and see if there's any news that was posted on that. But we're gonna keep going with the story, guys. Hopefully I've been talking about an hour on this, so hopefully it doesn't last forever. What's going on? I'll view the post. So let's hit up Reddit. We're gonna hit our BJJ and also our wrestling. So this is different people, but different takes from our communities. Can't believe he was doing this. Brother, don't judge in this economy. Beat me to it. Well played. Wait, he was giving, not receiving? Serious question. Was he the John or was he selling? Get out of here, bro. Okay, guys. So Reddit is not a serious place, okay? Not a serious place at all. They on the fence, man. They really support Snyder. They've invested so much into Snyder. If you guys go to Rudis, can we do that real fast? You guys know, if you go to Rudis, he's got like a whole line of clothing apparel, the Kyle Snyder collection. He's got wrestling shoes, shirts, singlets, posters. He had too much stuff. They might have to get rid of all this stuff. But imagine like all this investment to, they're paying him a lot of money and they're creating all this personalized gear. That's hundreds of thousands of dollars of investment there. So that's hard. That might go on sale. Yeah, what makes it bad is that he's famous. The marriage and kids, wife and kids doesn't help either. So I'm gonna be looking out. Not to profit off of this, but I'm gonna be looking out for the Rudis sale. Rudis is gonna put this stuff on sale. I'll get some wrestling shoes. I'll get the Kyle Snyders. And if somebody asks me, I'll be like, hey, bro, it went on sale, man. It went on sale, man. I'll get the singlet. I'll get the shorts. Yeah, I'll get some of this gear if they go on sale. Give me that 80% off, Rudis. Come on, Rudis. But yeah, his sponsors have put a lot of work into him. I don't got my own individual inverted gear. I don't got the Alec collection, the Alec Panda gear. I'm wearing the same stuff you guys wearing. So Kyle Snyder, he's a big deal. Yo, when he go on sale, I might grab some. I need a big discount though. I need the super discount. Says that's what I don't want him to. I don't want to ruin his. I don't want to ruin his legacy or anything. But I want that gear for the low. Give me that 80% off, bro. Give me that 90% off. Let's go, Rudis. Yo, Rudis might have to donate that stuff. That might be a good look. I don't know if they can write that all off, but they might have to donate that stuff, or I don't know. Hopefully they don't burn it. I need some wrestling shoes. It says singlets ain't cheap. Perfect timing. There's a fresh opening at B Team. Perfect timing. There's a fresh opening at B Team. They got too much at B Team. Between Craig and everybody else over there, they can't handle Kyle Snyder. The BJJ community will love him. Most of us believe in legal oldest profession anyway. You're referring to IBJJF or actual? Personally speaking, I think I can't say half this stuff. What's wrong with paying for a little bit of the oldest profession? Reddit is not a serious place, bro. It says nothing in my opinion, but wrestlers are surprisingly prudish. We're laughing because of the hypocrisy. Dude is super Christian. I don't know. I didn't hear anything. The sponsors, when your sponsor drops you, that's it. The Nittany Lions have not dropped Kyle Snyder, as far as I know, but B Team dropped J-Rod. Let's see. Ironically, probably why he felt like he had to pay for it. If he banged, he was visiting. Okay, I know this isn't the place people want to hear the real answer, but it's trafficking and abuse. People on Reddit don't want to hear that. I liked it better when people were joking. That's crazy. Yep, it's messed up. People just look the other way like it's normal. Also worth noting that while both of those are real problems, equating them with all oldest profession work is also wrong. So make trafficking and abuse illegal. If you make the oldest profession legal, you can centralize it to legit organizations and regulate it, licensing, health codes, and all that stuff. Well, this is America, and that's not how it works here. Depends. Plenty of people aren't trafficked. I mean, what about, let's not get into that argument, bro. Yo, Reddit people will be arguing for the wrong stuff. When you think about it, it's pretty wild that the state regulates the taxes must be paid or else. What else? What's even more wild is if both of y'all agree and you film it and then fill out the right forms and share it online. Well, why would Kyle Snyder do that? Can't believe they're delegating man hours to arresting people trying to pay for the oldest profession. Well, he fell into a sting operation. He fell into the trap. So the sting operation is to lower the amount of the oldest profession in that area. So they're trying to. Well, he should have gone to Nevada. He should have gone there. He could have gone anywhere where that was legal, and it would have been okay. He went somewhere where it wasn't legal.
I tried to look it up, but unless JT was a story post, doesn't seem like they dropped Jerome, at least not publicly.
Yeah, well, they're not. I don't think they're required to do it publicly. I mean, if they wanted to save face, they could do it publicly, or if they wanted to do privately. Maybe a lot. I feel like a lot of people didn't even know he was sponsored by was it Level Black or whatever. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you gotta drop the athletes. That's the right move. Even though you've invested a lot of money into the athletes, sometimes you gotta drop them to save face. Anyone know what he's charged? Asking for a friend. I mean, bro, look at the topic. Look at the title. I'm sure a PC regret statement will be issued shortly, but yes, he should absolutely start BJJ. He needs a PR company. Yo, new B team member just dropped. Free Kyle. He's already out, guys, but he's got a court date next week. He might get a slap on the wrist, but I mean, that's not a good look. Again, who's wrestling is all about the kids, guys. It's all about the kids. Jiu-jitsu is about 30-year-old men on TRT. That's what Craig Jones said. Wrestling is about kids. That's who you go to a wrestling clinic. It's all kids. It's all kids there, man. Parents are there, but they're watching their kids wrestle. And that's not a good look. That's not who you want teaching your kids. Is he a bad person? I didn't say he's a bad person, but he got caught in a compromised situation. So, man, that's not a good look. Crazy that a guy with many connections, friends, is paying to get. Yeah, I'm not getting into that one. Well, he should have gone somewhere where it was legal. Yo, Reddit, bro. Kyle Snyder versus J-Rod. I'm going Kyle Snyder. J-Rod can't outmaneuver Kyle Snyder, bro. It's not possible. Yeah. So that was that. This is our BJJ. We're gonna look at our wrestling in a second, but going over to Craig Jones again, because that's all you guys care about, Craig Jones and B Team. So we watched the video. Now we're on the Reddit post. Someone says, "Does anyone have context?" I think it's for real fake. People will believe anything if you put a security camera filter on the video. Craig Jones. Probably he literally said those words. Excellent foreshadowing on his part. He knew he might do something at some point and already laid the quote for questioning the footage. Yeah, that's not a real security camera, judging by the distortion in the corners. Gotta be marketing for striking a deal with Flow for CJI. Hope not. The free aspect was pretty amazing. That's not realistic moving forward, though. Actually, I'm gonna let's read the comment, but I'll weigh in too. Because for as much as they made the show popular, ultimately at some point they need to actually earn money back from it to justify the pay, the prizes, and the production costs. Nobody surely can be expected to stay free moving forward. Even if the next one is free, at some point they won't be because they just can't. People downvoting, fair enough. You won't like it, but at some point you will have to pay it. You'll have to pay if you want to watch CJI, because that's literally the only way it can continue. Wasn't a huge part of his anti-ADCC thesis about Flow being bad for the sport. So now, not only are the payouts plummeting, but you would be fine with him hooking up with Flow. Are athletes even getting any show money for CJI too? I can't comment. I can't click on a comment there. I think CJI was big, obviously, because, Craig Jones marketed it. But I think it was big because it was free on YouTube. Because it was so easy to just jump on YouTube and it's basically, it was live streamed. It's like I'm doing right now. You could interact with the event. You could leave comments. You could donate money. It was so interactive. But we don't have that with Flow Grappling. You're on Flow Grappling. Shout out to Flow Grappling. I like you guys. But there's ads. There were some ads on CJI. But if you were on Flow Grappling, you paid money to watch the ads. But on YouTube, if you had YouTube Premium, YouTube Plus, or whatever, you didn't have no ads. I didn't have no ads on my stuff. I could watch it on the big TV. I could comment. It was so convenient. That's why I think he got such good numbers. You getting different ads. I don't know exactly how much the ads were paying. We're paying CJI too, or CJI, but you could get some real big sponsors through YouTube as well. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. Flow can write a big check and do a lot of things with the production side. I think whoever they hired to do production did a great job at CJI. Would you guys agree with me? I think the production was better. ADCC versus CJI, I think CJI had the better production. Says, this is Reddit. Nobody wants to hear about viable business models or how competitors pay is a function of supply and demand. People want every BJJ competitor to make $1 billion. I do too. And they want to watch top competitors for free. And they want no ads, high production value, and seamless user experience. Well, isn't there going to be let me keep reading. And who are you to tell them that even a third grader could look at that and determine it makes no sense economically? Well, you don't know the finances behind the YouTube. They got millions of views. And I believe one issue they had was they had some copyrighted music. That's why I'm always complaining about copyright music. That can take away the revenue. Well, they're gonna hopefully they take him out of there. Send him to ADCC. He's okay, but he's kind of like an older joke. I don't know. A lot of people, on YouTube as well. Think about Flow Grappling. Who has a Flow Grappling account? It's people in the sport. People that compete. They want to see themselves or they want to see the events. Okay, that's it. But YouTube, you're getting people that don't train. You get people that follow MMA and they wanted to check it out real quick. You get people that might be interested in training. So you're hitting a wider pool of people. You're hitting a pool of people that aren't necessarily in the sport. Maybe you got some judo people. They're like, I want to see what's going on with the jiu-jitsu people. You got some wrestlers. Oh, let's check on the CJI. Those people don't have Flow Grappling. So you're actually, I think, you have a broader range of to pull from if you stay on YouTube. And there's ways to monetize it. There's ways to bump it up. I don't know the finances. We do know that I think the first day, because they had the music, the copyrighted music, they lost a lot of revenue that day. So that's on them. They should. That's a production issue.
A little much. It can be funny in small spurts lol. He'll never forget when Nate Diaz wanted to fight him because he didn't know Renato was
Oh,
faced with tears of joy.
yeah. I mean, you know,
Remember that.
yeah. I mean, and he probably would have beat up Renato. So hopefully it stays on YouTube. If it's on Flow, Flow. The thing with Flow, they got money, they have revenue, so they can cut a check real quick. But it's like I like Flow Grappling, but I think it will be a smaller amount. It's good money short term. It might help them break even short term. But think of some of the biggest companies. Think of your Amazons, your Ubers. Were they profitable initially, guys? No. They're unicorns. They're these companies that had the potential to just drive so much more revenue in the future. not so much in the present always. Let's see. I don't know about that. Truthfully, YouTube View would be the only streaming platform though that would likely pay him on future views compared to Flow or Fight Pass, which would essentially buy the rights to air it and not let you do anything with it since they own the rights. They can make money off YouTube, but just have to be smart about the music, which is what I was saying, and stuff, so they don't get content strikes or copyright claims against them for using whatever songs. I believe this cost them all their money from day one views. Honestly, though, even if he did it as a pay-per-view, I'd have no problem paying a fair price for it, as long as it wasn't on Flow. But I think their best bet with most stability and reach is YouTube. Flow and Fight Pass are too niche. YouTube YouTube can just have some randoms turning in just because it was on a trending page. So if it stays on YouTube, it can potentially become viral. It did become viral. It could get 50 million views. It could get 100 million views potentially. And that money, as long as they don't have no copyright songs in there, that money can keep coming in. And they can keep reusing that content. But if Flow Grappling or Fight Pass has it, it's there. It's going to be their content. As we say in Brazil, hope is the past one to... I don't know what that means. It says numbers will plunge. I think YouTube chat was an important part of CJI. Yeah, look at the chat. Look at my chat over here. For you guys having the ability to interact with each other, interact with me, it just adds more depth to the live stream. If it's just me talking to you, that's kind of boring. But you guys can interact with me, and you guys can actually affect the live stream. You guys might ask me a question. Let me search that up. So it's very interactive. He says, I think YouTube chat was an important part of CJI. Once I blocked some of the spammers, it was terrible for CJI Australia trials though. It needed moderation, so they need moderators to kind of if any spam comes through to knock those out. Assuming he is striking a deal, which is extremely speculative, nobody knows what kind of deal it is. For all we know, they gave him everything he wanted, including offering it for free or allowing him to cross-stream it on YouTube. That would be pretty cool. Crazy how everyone just wants to assume the worst. Says fake. Why would he be handcuffed by two chicks in all black suits? Craig is Vince McMahon. Take everything with a grain of salt. I'm going to be real sad if Flo gets a hold of CJI. Says Alex Windling, which is the girl. We see her a lot. She's has a really good, she's kind of like me, but she's professional. She'd be interviewing these people and stuff. I just sit on my live stream. So she's a BJJ reporter and friend of Craig, commented that Flo were blowing a small prank out of proportion and frankly lying to the cops. Take that as you will. He said paid actor. So we don't know. We'll see what happens with that. Here's your hero, guys.
Everything's totally fine. There's been a quick update, guys. Everything's totally fine. There's been a massive miscommunication. I'll be able to update you guys tomorrow. My lawyer said I can't speak any further about this, but I'm okay.
So you guys can pay. You could buy that orange jumpsuit at anywhere. You could buy that anywhere. And then that background could be anywhere. So I don't take it with a grain of salt, guys. Don't believe everything Craig says or does. Okay. You guys love it though. You guys buying into it. Because I really hope this isn't marketing stunt announcing that CJI2 would be on Flow. It probably is, guys. Guys, when I be streaming those matches, I be watching the matches. They're like, are you gonna stream it for free, bro? Nah, bro. I sure as heck ain't gonna stream CJI2. I always think everything he does is marketing. It's his shtick. And he is good at ASF. So my assumptions is that this is the build up for an announcement. I don't think you guys are gonna like the announcement, but maybe you guys love Craig, so maybe he'll get through it somehow. Marketing genius. If anyone's noticed the last 5 to 6 months, Flow consistently. That's true. If anyone's noticed the last 5 to 6 months, Flow consistently making posts about CJI, whereas before they wouldn't mention a word. This is all just a Craig Jones marketing deal. On a side note, I also noticed you could get a monthly sub on Flow a couple months back, which in the past you could only buy a year's worth. Not sure the accuracy on that part, but just something I noticed. So yeah, I think you guys broke it down. I think he's breaking it to you that you're gonna have to get a Flow Grappling membership to watch CJI. So well, at least we still got the first one. The first one's still gonna live on in memory. I like Flow Grappling. I like CJI. I like Craig Jones. So hopefully this all works. The last part tends to come and go as events are on. ADCC weekend, they make sure to only give annual subscriptions, but on less busy times, they do open monthly here and there. You can also pretty much always get a monthly sub through one of the other Flow sports like Flow. Yeah, that's basically it. That could be the B team hallway. People going to class, they watching Craig Jones doing the marketing. That's got to be a little tiring, right? I mean, you're like, bro, Craig. That's got to be kind of sad. I'm sure people get tired of that. You're like, Craig's marketing again. You can also be pretty much. We already said that. Gordon is behind this. He will be watching things closely. Craig last year, Flow sucks. Payouts should be bigger. Pay more money. Pay more show money. Craig now, sorry, can't do any show money. Winning payouts are cut in half despite having more competitors. Sub to Flow to watch, yeah. CGI 2 being on Flow will be such an anime betrayal. Craig has officially jumped the shark. It would be great marketing if I knew a shred of context. Seems all I have seen is the footage that makes no sense. Flow Grappling reportedly had him trespassed and escorted him out of the offices by security. Does this have something to do with the... Oh, can't say that. Craig's trying to build street cred for a kickstart his rap career so he can get invited to one of the inside the house Diddy parties. Okay, well, yeah, I don't believe none of this stuff, guys.
Quick update, guys. Everything's totally fine. There's been a massive miscommunication. I'll be able to update you guys tomorrow. My lawyer said I can't speak any further about this, but I'm okay.
Craig, bro. You got to do this while you're young. Can you imagine him doing this like when he gets like 40 years old? Wouldn't that be all right, Craig? You gotta stop it. He's 50 years old. All right, Craig. You gotta stop this stuff, bro. So now we're going to Flow R Wrestling, which is we got RBJJ. There's also R Wrestling. Let's see. We're going to see some of the comments, see if they got a different take than what we saw on RBJJ. It says, if you look at his replies in the thread, it appears he deleted the OG tweet because celebrating failure is bad form. I don't know Palacio. What did he say? Oh, I didn't see that one. Is it taken down? Can we see this post too? Oh, so this was the first post. Let's read the first post. So before they didn't know it was Kyle Snyder. It said NLWC, Nittany Lion Wrestling Club. has an individual who was just arrested in a ring after a long career of religious-based virtue signaling. The moral hypocrisy of this story is the most entertaining part. So this was 3 days ago. What was 3 days ago? Was that Friday or Saturday? So this is before we knew that it was Kyle Snyder. So they didn't know. They were like, who was it? Was it Snyder, Dave Brooks, Sanderson? They didn't know who it was. That's pretty interesting. People didn't know. Okay, so obviously it's Kyle Snyder. All right, so that's context. No one to blame but himself. One thing that always amazes me is how dumb guys are with their reputation for some cheap, activities. Kyle has a lot to lose from family to earnings potential. It's decidedly not cheap, I would imagine. Yo, where's Quan at? Quan, wake up. Not even remotely. I don't know what that is. I disagree on how this thing works. Actually, in short, the escorts work. I don't know what they're doing too much. I'm a lawyer who works in a lot of SA and ST cases. Street walking is shockingly nowhere near a thing of the past, but otherwise you're on point. I don't know what they're talking about there. Let me go back. Poor wife. Happy Mother's Day. Yeah, Mother's Day. Jesus, what was he thinking? Mother's Day was Sunday. Was he in jail on Mother's Day? Oh man, that's pretty bad. Someone said, I can't say that either. Says brand PR save attempt be like this. I may have wrestled against and defeated the world's best, but there is one opponent who I have yet to beat. I have yet to conquer, the enemy. I, like many men torn by the flesh who have fallen from greatness, fell for the oh no, he fell for the BBW. Didn't realize he had any reason to come back to Columbus. Was this thing arranged by Ohio RTC or as revenge for him leaving them for Penn State? In all seriousness, what was he thinking? His wife is gorgeous, and I believe she is a doctor. Why would anyone risk all of that? Dang, is she a doctor? Take this with a grain of salt, but from what I've heard, OSU knew, and that aided in his departure out of the OSU RTC. Wait, Ohio RTC knew 6 years ago Snyder liked to frequent the ladies of the night? Oh, I don't know. Maybe somebody did know. Allegedly. Oh, so your man, that wasn't your, that probably, I don't, hopefully it's not defamation. I'm questioning. Was your man in these streets before? Yo, drama king over here. Also have heard that OSU teammates didn't like Snyder either. Again, for what it's worth. It says, why wouldn't his teammates like him? Because of the fake persona he was putting out online versus who he was and is. I really doubt the OSU knew that Kyle Snyder frequented the world's oldest profession 6 years ago, and that never leaked. That makes zero sense. We don't know. Ever hear the saying, no matter how hot a woman is, just remember there's at least one guy out there tired of dealing with her. The wife was probably always tired and not in the mood. Let's not put it on the wife, guys. I'm probably going to sound ignorant, but the guy is an Olympic wrestler. He's jacked. Yeah. Wow, that sounds weird. Hate to be that guy, but it's always the super religious ones. Every time. The Lord and Savior will understand, I'm sure. Hippo Christians at it again. It shouldn't even be legal in the first place. It shouldn't even be illegal in the first place. Well, he's in Ohio. He could have gone somewhere where it was legal. I mean, to be honest, this is stupid. He called an online ad for the world's oldest profession, and the cops staked him out and acted like they accomplished something because they tricked 15 dudes. The sort of thing, well, that's what a sting operation is. The sort of thing should probably be legal, but whatever. Columbus cops are probably amongst the laziest and stupidest in an already terrible career choice. Well, they were smart enough to catch Kyle Snyder, Olympic champion, Olympic gold medalist. Let's see. The article doesn't mention the gender of the. That's too much. Reddit. Whether it should be legal or not, Snyder made a dumb decision. He broke the law and left cops with an online paper trail. I can't imagine this was the first time he did this. Just the first time he got caught. Pretty stupid on many levels. He just ruined not only his life, but his wife and kids' life too. Agreed. Feel terrible for the kids. Also a clear stain on his wrestling legacy. Regardless of how people feel about it, he'll always be tied to this now. Personally, my respect for JB continues to rise. JB can't do nothing. He's got too many kids. He's got to feed. He's got to change diapers, make lunches. He's got no time to be in these streets like that. I mean, if they catch JB, bro, that's it, bro. You guys, they're gonna be ready to run him through the mud. If JB slip, if I slip, if I'm putting myself in these. Well, alongside these people, if Gable Stevenson slip, if what's homeboy Starachi slip, if those guys slip, get him. I never trusted him. Kyle Snyder, he might be okay. I don't know. I mean, he didn't get kicked out of the Nittany Lions. He didn't get kicked out of Rudis, so he's still up a little bit. Now, I don't know about his marriage. That's I can't speak on that. Says, what's the punishment? Jail, fine, jail time, probation. He just ruined not only his life, but his wife and kids' life too. That's the saddest part. Who knows what his wife might have been exposed to, aside from the argument of the legality of the world's oldest profession. What he did to his wife is highly disrespectful and even dangerous. Meanwhile, the kids have to grow up with this, and future friends will probably get a kick out of forwarding them screenshots of the news reports, not fake reports, of the news reports for years to come. I feel bad for his wife and kids, but thinking this ruins his life is a bit dramatic. Ruins? No. Alters? Most certainly. He's pretty dumb, so it isn't surprising. Nice way to ruin his life off the mat. Probably. I hope so, but sometimes they make a what's that called? They make a case out of you. They make a example out of you. we're gonna show everybody we're hard on crime over here. So hopefully, I mean, I don't know what to say. Says, who among us haven't been wrapped up in a 16-man world's oldest profession sting? Creative way to cut weight, shouldn't be punished. As a wise old man once said, you don't pay. I can't say that. The explanation is in our face. Many who overly talk about their faith in any religion are usually using it as a way to cover for their immoral and illegal actions. That's something we're seeing a lot of, even in our sport. It even helps in court. Secondly, he's clearly on, I don't know what he's on. I can't say that. That's defamation, speculation. With that, he's saying that he's on some supplements. I don't know. I'm reading what the poster here said. With that comes extra desires and irrational decision making. He's most likely has something to be ashamed to share. Something he's ashamed to share with his religious wife, and such a deviant due to his use. I don't know if that's true. Yeah, we don't know what these guys are taking or supplementing with. I don't know what these guys are on. They might be on medication. Some dudes are on like Adderall and Vyvanse and God knows what else they're on. I don't know how that affects them. So they might not be making the best decisions. They might have CTE. We talked about wrestling. Wrestling has the highest rate of concussions alongside judo and possibly jiu-jitsu. We're taking concussions. We don't take time off. We're making terrible decisions. I'm sure a high-level wrestler, high-level grappler is going to have a ton of concussions, especially if they got a crazy style. I'm not saying that to excuse their behavior, but it might also play a part. Prefacing this by saying Snyder is a horrible oh no. Prefacing this by saying Snyder is horrible for doing this with a wife and kids. What a terrible decision. He's going to lose a lot in the coming months. I've lost a lot of respect in an instant. That being said, crazy to think Snyder has lived in the weight room. It's one of his favorite things to do, as claimed by him. He's a generational talent. That's really what it boils down to. And they're talking about some other stuff. It says now would be a great time to start training for a UFC run. People who hate him for this would love to see him getting KO'd. He's got some name factor from being a Olympic champion. He would be light heavyweight or heavyweight, both divisions that always need bodies and have a somewhat low skill requirement in comparison to lighter divisions. He lands a clean punch and the fight is over. And also Dana White doesn't care about the fighter's history. I mean, Dana White has also done stuff. Yo, Dana White, did Dana White serve any jail time for his abuse? Nope. No abuse. Slap on the wrist. If you got enough money, bro, you can get out a lot of stuff. But don't forget what Dana White did, guys. Don't forget what Dana White did to his wife. Is that defamation if they got it on film? Dana White doesn't care about a fighter's history. Zero problem with John Jones or Greg Hardy doing their thing. As long as he sells tickets, Dana White will be happy to have him on board. He's obviously a sociopath. The way he tries to mask his obviously dark and nefarious inner self with the veneer of being a God-fearing man. Get him in at Jackson Wink, and let's see how things go. I didn't say he's a sociopath. That's what the person here said. This is kind of not that good either. Says they've been running the world's oldest profession stings for decades. Kyle Snyder is a moron, plain and simple. His wife is a victim. I feel awful for her and the kid. Guess he won't be appearing in RAF anymore. Real American Freestyle. Hope he gets himself back into good headspace. Really? You think Hulk Hogan has a problem with this? Hulk Hogan. I don't know. It's okay, brother. Yo, shout out to Dustin. I don't know if Dustin's watching this, but that's my boy Dustin. He does a good Hulk Hogan, very good Hulk Hogan lookalike. These wrestling leagues come and go. I think RAF will keep him on the roster just so they can keep a star in the league. Won't stop Hulk Hogan from using him. Oh no. You know what? Yeah, I'll leave that for another day. All right, we covered a lot on this story, guys. My voice about to go. Let's watch a little bit of jiu-jitsu. People keep accusing me of being a drama king. But this channel originally started, watching videos break. I mean, that's your American hero. I don't know if you're American, but that's the American hero right there. So we're going to watch a little bit of jiu-jitsu. The channel started from me watching, matches and kind of commentating on them. And then slowly kind of degraded to, we will cover some news, and then every now and again you have Jacob Couch, Jacob Rodriguez, Craig Jones, or Kyle Snyder situations pop up. So I don't want you guys to think that I'm just focusing on drama. I really, my passion is jiu-jitsu. I want to focus on jiu-jitsu. I want you guys to learn about jiu-jitsu and study it. So I'm always going to make sure we get something in something educational, even if I will use a dramatic thumbnail or dramatic title to bring you guys into the video. I still want you guys to take something away from it. Okay. So we got Adam Rosinski. We were going to watch Big Breakfast, but I'll probably get to that maybe tomorrow or so. turn the volume down a little bit. So you got Gregor Gracie. Shout out to Renzo Gracie. So how did he just pull into single leg X like that immediately? Adam Rosinski. So Gregor's been around. He's been fighting Lucas Lepre, Cyborg, Marcelo Garcia. A little bit of single leg X by Rosinski. About to switch to a butterfly. I believe he hits a triangle in this match, but I don't remember. So Rosinski's always on that sleeve, that right side, right grip sleeve, overhook with the left hand on the belt grip. So watch his right leg, guys. He's going for a butterfly sweep. Gregor's able to base out, but he's able to slip the leg right through using that sleeve grip. Sneak in, bro. Trespass like Craig Jones. Trespass like Craig Jones did. So Rosinski is able to set up a nice triangle. Pretty basic move, you know. A lot of black belts, they do the same moves. It's just the timing. The timing might be, you know, more precise than what a regular student would do. And here, you know, he's taking his time, adjusting the triangle. Gregor, you know, he should be able to get out of this, but Rosinski's able to lock his triangle up. I'm not sure what Gregor was doing. He kind of waited on that Hodger escape. Tapped out. It happens, though. I believe Gregor is in his 40s. Can somebody check that for me? That was a good match. Second match, you got Vinicius Liberati. It's pretty good. He's a really good athlete, too. He pulls guard. So Rosinski has really good left side passing. He can pass to both sides, but his left side pass is pretty good. He likes to switch directions, so that works really well. I think yesterday we watched Rosinski versus Muniz, but he just couldn't get his passing going. So you see how he switches his hips a little bit? Kind of like a folding pass to knee cut. Look how he keeps his knees pointed inward. I don't know what. I think he's a brown belt. Nogi. He's a Nogi brown belt. Muito bem. So Liberati has a good guard. He's got like a Leandro Lowe kind of De La Riva paint like guard. Looks like Adam wants to force like a folding pass, which is where you bring both legs to one side. Yeah, well, he went to AOJ. He was wearing a brown belt in the gi. I believe. Oh, you know, there's a video of him. There's a picture of him getting his brown belt at B Team. So Rosinski's really good at this headquarters position. You see how he's kind of spacing out Liberati a little bit. Maybe not with his style. I feel like he needs really good people around him. I mean, obviously it helps. I'm not certain. You know, some people like Hodger Gracie could train at like not the best gyms and be really good. But I think J-Rod needs a lot of good training partners, and he needs someone to kind of not coach him, but kind of lead the training a little bit more. Yeah, if he's solo dolo, I don't think he's gonna be the same level if he doesn't have like all the good training partners. So man, it's such a that's part of being a high level. I mean, they super religious. I don't know if they're gonna put up with that. I don't think their parents are gonna put up with J-Rod over there. He's at some other gym in Austin. Yeah, but I'm saying their values and morals. I don't think the Tackett's family gonna let them train with him. Maybe he might have to do his own thing. Muito bom. Okay, he's trying to do the wrestle up, the Conor DeAngelis. The thing with those guys, these guys are so tall. Look at Rosinski's leg. You try to pull his leg up. His leg's so heavy and long. You can't even bring the leg up. You can't even. He's able to sprawl out, you know. I'm not sure what J-Rod's going to do, man. It's, he's got to figure that out. Maybe Craig Jones will let him back in. Maybe this was all a publicity stunt. I think that's some spam. Are you spamming me? Can everybody else hear me? Double guard pull, you got 20 seconds. Rosinski came up immediately, so he got an advantage point. We got to watch some ADCC, guys. I didn't know what the rules were. I thought I knew what the rules were at ADCC, but I clearly did not know the rules when I was out there. So we got one advantage point. Not much else really going on. That actually just shows how skilled Liberati is. But usually Rosinski, he usually scores towards the end of the match, you know. Oh yeah, definitely spamming me. So usually Rosinski's usually passing people's guards by now, but Liberati's pretty good. But we'll see, maybe about the 3-minute mark, he might start to fade. Something he's doing really well is just keeping his weight. See, look at his right leg. See all that weight's on Liberati's leg. He's trying to force the hips, move the legs to one side. So he's always got some weight on his opponent. Trying to shove the leg across the body. Liberati's kind of holding. He needs to be a little bit more active, but I mean, that ain't got to do with us. We ain't talking about them. All right, I missed that. So Rosinski was able to get the leg across. So I think his patience in getting that leg across was really important because it didn't work the other 5 minutes, but now 5:42. Yeah, well, I'm not defending him. Well, you said it didn't make it right either. Well, clearly the girls didn't feel comfortable with him, with whatever behavior he was showcasing. They didn't feel comfortable there. So that's still on him. He's got to take accountability, which he did. So now Rosinski's almost got the smash or the folding pass. Oh, he's still in there. So he's going to wear him down. You see he's wearing him down. It's important in your matches. You can't let the opponent dictate the match. You know, you got to control the match. So right now his opponent's kind of, he's getting flattened out. You got the chiropractor stretch going on. He getting mounted. Oh no. He was a little too relaxed, man. He should have woke up. All right, so now it went from no points to 7 points, so that's not good. Yeah, I mean, your boy J-Rod said he had some. Oh, did he tap him? Wait a second. No, I missed it. Oh, he had a head and arm. Dang. Yeah, that was tight. Yeah. I mean, even if the girls had OnlyFans, I mean, I don't know. That didn't make it right, man. Yeah, another match. Leonardo Ferreira, double guard pull. Rosinski comes up for the advantage point. So I like that Rosinski can play. He's good on top and bottom. Very similar passing is in like a headquarters position. Some people call this DMs. I call this headquarters. Whenever you got one leg section over. Well, he said he didn't make AI images of the girls. I don't know what he did. I guess that's. Yeah, I don't know what he did, but he clearly was not making the ladies feel comfortable at the gym. Yeah, bro. He just got his black belt, so he's newer. I got a chance to see him at Pans. Look at Roberto over here, guys. See Roberto rubbing his elbow? You guys see the? Can you see it right there? Can you guys see Roberto? He's looking at his arms. Look at Roberto. He's like, can't even move his. He can't even straighten out his arm. Get out the way, ref. But he actually trains in the gi though. Mighty Mouse, he did Pans, so he actually trains. Rosinski pretty much doing the same pass. Does like the headquarters, side to side. I don't think heavyweight is that good of a division. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry to say that. I mean, obviously you had like guys like Rosinski. I believe Muhammad Ali won heavyweight. Guys like Margali won heavyweight. But when you look at like middle heavy, look at middleweight, look at lightweight, look at featherweight, look at light feather, man, the skill level at heavyweight is not the same. It's like a lot lower. The pace is slow. These guys, like, they just, I don't know. Looking for a knee cut here. His opponent has like some type of lapel grip. I don't think it's gonna help him. I think Rosinski's gonna crush right through it. And I like that Rosinski keeps the weight on people. You see, just pushing and moving, adjusting. So you see the lapel grip. I think the dude need to let go of the lapel grip. He about to get his guard passed. His foot's in the belt or something. No. Cista de la Riva. Try to throw a deep de la Riva. But these guys so tall, that deep de la Riva don't really work the same. I mean, it will work on me. You see how Rosinski's turn. You see how he keeps his weight just completely on his opponent. He's gonna probably try to walk in towards it. It's almost like a camping pass kind of deal. But bro, like at middleweight, I can't do none of that stuff. I'm like fighting for my life just to stay on top. Rosinski can pressure in and everything. Okay. I like this pant and collar grip that Rosinski uses. It works really well for knee cuts too. So you can probably force a knee cut or sit in that smash pass position, holding pass. I feel like Rosinski's just working his passing today. Yo, that dude not leaving the corner. Get out the corner, bro. Get out the corner. Get out the corner, bro. Push out, Leo. Go. 5 minutes, Leo. He's looking for a De La Riva again, but I don't think it's working. You see how Rosinski's on that leg. He's just pushing it. He's just working that leg. Pause on me because I'm. So here you see he's working that. He's fighting that grip. I don't think that's the best grip for. He's just kind of stuck. And guys, Rosinski's strong, man. He's got that Polish power, man. Brazilians got acai power, but they ain't got that Polish power. He's probably gonna break that grip or have to let go of that grip, and then that's when he's gonna get his guard pass, probably. Might try to kick into like a De La Hiva. But Rosinski's keeping all his weight. He must have learned that from Lucas Lepre or somebody. See how he's keeping all his weight down. Forcing that knee. Okay, looking for a knee slice. I don't know if he's got a lasso. I can't tell. That was the time to pass right there, Rosinski. About 3 minutes. He's up one advantage. It's hard to score on Rosinski. Unless you're Eric Munez. I don't think you're going to score on him. Sits again. I don't know if you could do that guard pull, bro. Bye, Leo. Go, Leo, go. So Rosinski's able to, he's basically killing this position, his guard. Bro, some of these matches, bro, it's not fair, man, because everybody's playing into Rosinski's game. Nobody got close to sweeping Rosinski. Nobody really got anything on Rosinski. I compete. I'm out there fighting for my life. I'm out there dying. I'm out there getting crushed. I'm just jealous, guys. I can't do the heavyweight. 2 minutos, yeah. 3 minutos. So basically, yeah, he kind of stuck. This is the third match. Is that the last match? No way. You're telling me he only had 3 matches? 2 or 3 matches? He had 1, 2. He had Gracie. He had the other guy. He got Mount on. He's fighting this guy. This is his 3rd match. He's stuck though, bro. he ain't got nothing on him. Vamos, 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 vamos. Vai, 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 vai. Rosinski might get a pass here. Oh, no. That's crazy. Sometimes that advantage point is like, it's so hard to surmount. You're like, dang, to overcome that one advantage point is like, can be tough. Because it's hard to score. Like, everybody thinks it's easy to sweep and pass, but man, at Blackpool, it's like, bro, I'm trying to hold on. Haspa, he told him to sweep. Sweep for 2. You gotta go now, Leo. So Rosinski's still pushing that leg. You see, he's still pushing that leg. It ain't worked all match, but he's still pushing it. Yeah. Oh, he went back. So that's the lesson for me. Persistence, you know. Oh, so he was able to break the grip. He's able to get chest to chest. Can he hold it? Nah, I think he lost it, but you know, I'll go to now. 30 seconds, yeah. Interesting. So yeah, 30 seconds is it's hard to get anything going. Wait a second. He only had 3 matches? No way, bro. No way. Man, life ain't fair, bro. I'm not saying he didn't earn the win, but man, 3 matches. Maybe tomorrow we will watch Jansen Gomez. You'll see the wars Jansen Gomez had to fight, or maybe Big Breakfast. And I'll be honest, Nogi, bro, when I was doing ADCC, I was like, people couldn't really do much. You know, when I compete in the gi, I'm out there. You know, I'm holding on, I'm fighting. Nogi, I was kind of chill. I could be more loose. I wasn't putting as much pressure, but I don't know. It didn't feel like it was harder to me. Also, in the gi, you know, you're doing that anaerobic holding, squeezing, and you got to move. That was a good match, man. That's basically it for today, guys. I'm tired. Again, Kyle Snyder, he was dumb. Big Breakfast had tough matches. Jansen Gomez had tough matches. The big boys didn't have no tough matches, bro. The small people, all the small people had to fight. You got to fight for your life when you small. When you big, you just kind of 3 matches, you win, you good. I don't know what else to say. So again, we had today was the Kyle Snyder episode. Unfortunately, he made a mistake. We'll look out for his statement. I don't know what he can say. Maybe it's best not to say anything, or maybe he needs to get ahead of this. I don't know what the Nittany Lions will say. I don't know what Rudis will say. I'll try to keep you guys updated as we learn. I got nothing else, guys. That was full show. The drama show. At least we got some jiu-jitsu in. We'll try to get some more jiu-jitsu in tomorrow, God willing. I don't know what the drama will be tomorrow, but I'll let you guys know. All right. If you want to support the channel, Inverted Gear. You guys know Inverted Gear is the intro, outro. We also got BJJ Mental Models. I'm still working on the video on my other channel for them, so hopefully this month I will have something ready. So I gotta go work on that project now. So if you guys have any news or anything, send it to me on Instagram. That's the best way. That's it, guys. I'm gonna see you guys soon. Hopefully tomorrow, same time. I've been flip flopping like 10 a.m., 11 a.m. I don't know what time this show's gonna start, but just look out for me. Look out for the updates. And that's it, guys. I'm out. I'm gonna play myself out. You guys know the Inverted Gear video gonna hit. We actually got some other Inverted Gear videos, but this is my favorite one. All right, guys. Happy Handsome Tuesday. Stay out of trouble. Don't be making these Kyle Snyder mistakes out here, guys. Don't be making these J-Rod mistakes out here.